right, we're now continuing with Mega Unboxing Day number 2, and I have, so the first one, Carmela's was first onto the Mega Unboxing Day because it came FedEx, so it arrived at noon. This one came UPS 2-day, and it arrived somewhere around, let's say around 1 o'clock or something. Anyways, after the first one. And so I did them the order of arrival, but also because I didn't think Pinto would eat the flasks. So Pinto hasn't realized that there is more unboxing than he had yet. And I'm going to do it like this. So this is actually an order that I have from High Desert Orchids. It is actually not one order inside that box. It is 5 orders that Kelly has been holding until it got warm enough to ship. So it has lots of little different things that I ordered off her live streams each week that I didn't fall asleep during them. And oh, I was very nervous about her shipping to me, so she not only wrapped everything in she gave me insulation, she also gave me a heat pack just in case, because I was very worried that it would spend all day in the UPS truck and then become frozen like my Epigenera order. So this is very warm. Hopefully we didn't overheat everything. So I got a bunch of jewel orchids from Kelly because I had this idea that I would basically put jewel orchids in my terrarium, and I'm not sure if I can do that anymore because I have slugs in my terrarium. This here is my Macotes Batola that I got from Louisiana Orchid Connection, and you can see that it has been viciously eaten by slugs. And so I actually had to take it out of my terrarium. So see that leaf? See, that's all slug eating. It ate the growing tip off the Macotes. I have one good leaf yet, and hopefully I can still save it after its slug depredation. But that is why I was originally like, oh, I'm going to grow jewels. And then these slugs came through. And now I'm like, well, I have ordered jewels, but who knows if I can actually grow them in my terrarium because, well, so Kelly has taken to growing hers in these little cups, and I think I may leave them in the little cups like this, and she's obviously protected it with some cotton or polyester fill. So let us unpop the little top. But yeah, I'm afraid of putting anything in my terrarium right now because it's infested with slugs. It's a little bit disturbed. I'm going to have to repot this a little bit, or at least help it along, so you can see that the transit has not been kind to this. It's all jumbled up. And this is, I don't even think I can, Anectochilus albolinaeus. I'm just going to put this little top back on to keep it moist. And also, it keeps Pinto from eating them. And so I think I got like 4 of these. I have several. So she's been growing these, I don't know from what, and most of these are available on her website. I guess most people are not really into jewels. I'm just starting into them. It's basically that great search for Macotes Batola that really got me really into saying, I am going to try to grow some jewel orchids in a terrarium, and now maybe not in a terrarium because There, slugs. Slugs! So this one is Anectochilus formosanus. Take it out in bits, gently. And it's also a little disturbed during transit, but not quite as bad. Alright. What do we have next? Let me see if I can find my other jewels. You can tell them because they're in their little wrappy cups. At least 2 more. Pinto's hiding out in a box. I've built a giant, like, box apartment building in my kitchen. He's hanging out in a garden apartment. Alright, so this here, it is. It's like, oh, look at that. Look at that. Is Anectochilus burmanicum. If I said that correctly. Let's see if I can get it out without like pulling everything out. Oh, there we go. That. Very cute. All right. I'm gonna make some room here. Really well packaged. And then this is Anectochilus roxburghii green. And just like pulling out, stuffing. There we go. Oh look, I love how the leaves look on this one. So yes, for the foliage. And I've got a Ludicea discolor, and I have a Macotes, which would be beautiful if it hadn't been eaten by slugs. And there we go. Very nice. And of course, I will just put the lids back on all those. I'll have to give them a little bit of water. Now let's see what we have in here. I guess people who ship orchids regularly learn how to tape everything in the most safe way possible. Okay, so I have something really tall. So I think I'm gonna bet this is the green emerald that Kelly gave to me for free, and I will save it to last because she sold out of the nice ones, and she gave me one that was sunburned, and it's big. So I'm assuming that's it. She showed me a video of it. But yes, I'm going to save it for last. So if you want to see what a free plant looks like from High Desert Orchids, you'll have to wait. This right here, she sprayed a little bit wet. This is my Tenuophila Yamada that I got from her. So let's just compare it to the surprise Yamada that I got from, well, I can't put it up, it's gonna fall over, that I got from Carmela's. So here is my surprise Tenuophila Yamada, a yellow, and here's the one that I got from High Desert Orchids. Look at how many more pseudobulbs I have! And they're, as Kelly would say, very turgid. And also in this order are some Richard Mueller crosses. So I like to order from Kelly because she has Richard Mueller crosses. And as we all know, I am addicted to Richard Mueller crosses. So Mike told me about Richard Mueller cross to Dowiana Vauria. And he saw it on eBay, and then by the time he told me about it, they were all sold out on eBay. And so then I went looking on eBay and I couldn't find them on eBay. And then, to my great wonder and surprise, I found them at High Desert Orchids. So let's see. Oh, this is Fantasy Bird. So I got one of these from Kelly. Apparently she did buy a flask of this. And this is Peter Lynn of Diamond Orchids Cross. And she did buy a flask and she grew up her flask. And so I got two from him, but I got one from Kelly in case it's different. And you know, I love Richard Muellers that are different. Oh, and if you're forgetting what Fantasy Bird is, he just named it. It is Angel's Fantasy by Richard Mueller. I gotta put this somewhere really safe so Pinto doesn't eat it. All right. Oh no, he's coming out of the box. Oh, he's leaving. He doesn't know I'm unwrapping more orchids. I'm safe. I'm safe for the rest of this unboxing. Okay, so this is Kiawe Mendenhall. So this is like one of the first ones that I got, and then basically it sat at High Desert Orchids for weeks while we waited for the weather to warm up. It's like it was boarded. This is Kiawe Mendenhall. Bottom of the box, bottom box, bottom box. Many separate orders all combined right there. So Kelly has this thing where you can buy a plant and then you can just pay $1 for shipping and basically add it to your existing order. So you could like have a tab, a running order, and then at the very end, when you have to decide on what kind of shipping you want to get, we settled on UPS 2-day, then she does an actual quote, and then she actually deducts the $1 shipping off. So you only pay the balance of how much more shipping you owe her. It's actually quite nice. So this is my Richard Mueller by Dowiana. It's my Richard Mueller. So Kelly expects this is going to look a lot like Copper Queen, but I'm hoping it's going to have the much much bigger Dowiana lip. So that's this right here. So this is Richard Mueller by Dowiana. And get the other one off again. Rubber band. Here's the other one. I think these are now sold out on our website. Making room, making room. That everything? That might be everything. All right. That is everything. Then the very last thing is the big one that I said we were saving for last. It's right here. So this was in a, I suspect this tall part right up here is the hanger. The video she sent me showed that this was hanging. So this is probably why I have a gigantic box for itty bitty little plants. There's one really big plant and I needed a bigger box. Having trouble with tape. Right. Tape is my nemesis. Carmel has cut everything. All very nicely wrapped. Hopefully we didn't overheat it. If the weather is so crazy, I'm telling you that there have been other years, or at the beginning of March, I'm doing the Illinois Orchid Society show, and I am trying to drive the Chicago Botanic Garden to do my volunteering, and it's snowing. I remember one, it started snowing while I was on the road, Chicago Botanic Garden, and I was on the freeway, and they do this weird thing in Chicago where they turn the express lanes into one direction. They changed it, but people didn't realize this because of the snow, and there was like a 15-car pileup that happened just like right as I was driving to the Chicago Botanic Garden. So I just got to see like, the cops hadn't even shown up. I just got to see all these piles of cars in the middle of the road. That's how much it snows. Here we go. Yeah, this is the hook up here. So let's go back up. So there's a hook. Pulling all the, oh, and root. Oh my gosh, she had to bend the roots. She had to bend the roots to keep them in. So this is roots, and the roots go, and get it down. So it's got this huge thing of roots. So much, look at that, that's all root. That's not newspaper, that's all root. And I can't see why Kelly would grow this because it's huge. Oh my God, it's so much root. I can't, okay, I can't even get it tall. It's, there's, all right, let me demo. Okay, so here's the root. Here's my waistline. It's up to my head. That's how much root is on this plant. That's a lot of root. Oh, one more root. You know, it's like having root hair. You could wear this like Rapunzel hair. So it's very burnt. So that's why it's free. But you could almost totally have root porn with this. So there we go. This is a green emerald, and I have been looking to add a green emerald to my collection for a few years. It's part of my let's have more spots. So that is my unboxing for High Desert Orchids, and the unboxing extravaganza is over.